Namaste, this is Veer, and in this video we are going to discuss 3 psychological effects that can really boost your productivity. So the first principle is Pareto law. Pareto law states that 20% input produce 80% result. Okay, it's always 20 80 or 10 90. Okay, it's always like and your entire effort should go into finding that 20% that produce 80% output. When you're in a job, the 20% of the work you do will produce 80%. That 20% is really important and you must give most time to it. And most people forget that most people do too much of many things, and that many things involves things that are really not useful in getting that promotion that you always wanted. So Pareto law states that 20% input, 80% result. Okay, and all your effort should go into finding the 20%. What are the most important 2 or 3 items that I must do at any particular day, at any particular job, that will get me my next promotion. Okay, sometimes you may not know what is expected out of your job, okay, at a company. So you have to ask your supervisor, what is that 2 or 3 things that's really important for me to do, of why I was hired to make the most for the company. So you have to figure this out. So it's really important you find that most important task and do it first of all when you're beginning your day. My favorite affirmation that I always ask myself at the beginning of the day: if I could do only one thing today, what would it be? And I give my complete energy towards that particular one thing. Okay, so you have to be the same way. What is that one thing you could do today? Do it with complete willpower, complete focus, and you will be ahead in life, way ahead in life. Steve Jobs used to do the same thing. Ask himself, if today was the last day of my life, would I do what I'm about to do today? Okay, if the answer was no, he would rethink what he's doing, what he's actually doing. So this is Pareto law in action. Every successful individual implement this in their schedule, in their life, and I want you to be successful too, and I want you to implement this into your life, and if you do, you will definitely be successful. The second psychological effect is also a law. It's called Parkinson's law. What does Parkinson's law say? It says that work expands to fill the time that's available. Okay, in thermodynamics, we have a law that states that vacuum cannot be always vacuum. Whenever there is some energy will go ahead and fill that particular vacuum. Okay, energy or anything, heat, it will go ahead and fill that particular vacuum. Parkinson's law says the same thing. Whenever you have work and you have given it a lot of time, it will go ahead and fill the entire time. For example, if you have an examination coming up in 1 week and you have set 1 week of time to prepare for that examination, you will procrastinate to eventually complete the entire task in 1 week of time, whereas it may be only 3 or 4 hours of time. So work always expand to the time that is available. So to overcome this, what most startups do, that Facebook also did, was give as small time as possible. Okay, if you want to do a task in 1 day, give 1 hour to finish that particular task, and in 1 hour, if you need to finish that particular task, you will choose what's more important, because you won't be able to finish everything. You will choose and apply the Pareto law. You will try to finish it in that particular time, and this is the only way to make and create maximum amount of things in little amount of time. This also overcomes the human tendency to procrastinate and save energy. Procrastination is basically saving energy for future and doing things that are more important. Okay, when you have that mindset that no, this is the most important, I have this amount of time, I have to focus all my attention and energy to this particular task, you are making a pact with yourself that you cannot procrastinate. Now this is my attention, and you become much more productive. Implement this into your life. Have an affirmation, have set a time limit in 1 hour. Try to finish 3 hours of work in 1 hour, and you will see for yourself what I'm trying to convey to you. Without trying, you won't understand this. Try it, implement this into your life, and you will understand this. So if you have a task that's important to you, give it as small a deadline as possible. Okay, try to finish it in 1 hour, and if you are unable to finish it in 1 hour, then extend the deadline. This way you will have much more time than required to prepare for the examination, for the interview, for anything. Okay, I have implemented this into your life. It has worked greatly for me, and I hope you do implement this, and I'm sure it will work greatly for you. The third psychological effect that I want to talk about is called Zeigarnik effect. Okay, Zeigarnik effect is an effect that was found by Dr. Zeigarnik, and she found out that waiters were able to remember any unfinished orders. So she studied this and she found that people remember unfinished thing more than the things that are finished. Okay, so this is a psychological effect that helped us survive in a long run. Whenever we went to go for hunting and we were in process of hunting and we didn't successfully hunt that particular animal, okay, we had to remember that, because if we didn't remember that, it's possible that an animal might come back and attack us again. So this was an important survival instinct and survival tactic that has stayed with us coming from a hunting background. Okay, so Zeigarnik effect states that whenever we have an unfinished task, we remember it, and it uses our energy, uses our mental acuity to keep that in place. So what should we do about this? The best thing you could do to make the most out of this effect is to start the most important task first as soon as possible in the particular day, because once you do it, even if you don't finish it, it's in your back of the head, and you will be it will trouble you from the back of the head, saying that you haven't finished that task. You need to finish that task. Come on, go ahead and finish that task. And this is really important when you have a tendency to procrastinate, and a tendency to procrastinate tasks that are difficult but important at the same time. If you want to be productive, you have to pick the difficult tasks, you have to pick the tasks that are important. When you're able to do both of them and you are able to finish the task, you will be productive. So try to implement this into your life. For tomorrow, set a target of only one thing that you need to do, and pick that one thing, give your complete attention to it, reduce that particular deadline to as small as possible, and only then expand to the entire day to finish that particular deadline. And try to start it as soon as possible by applying Zeigarnik effect, because if you don't start it in the morning, then it's possible it might be procrastinate to the end of the day. If you start in the morning and leave it in between, then the Zeigarnik effect will help you to come back to this particular task and finish it before you can be happy and before you can be at peace again. So with these three laws, you can be sure to 10x your productivity, and this is probably the best video you found online for improving your productivity. If you did find this video helpful, please like this video, subscribe to my channel. I upload amazing content on this channel, and the content is going to continuously improve, and as I'm expanding my creative skills, my productivity skills, and everything. I'm here for you. I'm here to improve your confidence, your self-esteem, your motivation, your productivity, yourself, your being, everything. I'm here for you. Follow me, confidence, and I'll see you in the next video.